Yeah. Holy shit, man. We're live. We're live. Yo, Courtney, come here.
Live from New York.
We live from New York City.
Yes, sir.
Everyone good? We're good? We're solid? Welcome back to this week's podcast. More coins, more problems. With your favorite coin chasers, Courtney and Dave. That's right, we're back with another episode. Fourth one I think that we're releasing. This one's probably at the end of the month. We've been doing good.
Pretty alright.
Yeah. The week's been solid. Crypto's been up and down still. Like we're not getting one of those big. We're not getting like a big spike yet. But hopefully by the end of the year, or at least in the beginning of 2022, we're seeing something.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited for like Christmas time.
Yeah.
January.
All that money that you're getting from your parents, family, use that, put it in crypto because you'll be rich. If not, send it to us because you know what? Some of us need money, and I'm just gonna stop right there before we continue. But that's good. What are you getting for Christmas?
Crypto.
Yeah, what I'm gonna invest in, I'm gonna get more BAT because I bet that BAT is gonna get us places and as well make us rich. Hopefully one day they'll sponsor us.
Ohm is my guy.
You think they'll sponsor us? You think Ohm will sponsor us?
They have a whole incubator, like they
Sponsor
could.
us. We'll put you in the white. We'll put you in the links. This week's also been good. We made a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We made a movie.
NFT movies, breaking NFTs.
He wrote it. I acted. Gus direct.
You want to come in? Yo, behind the scenes, we got some other actor here. There you go. There's our cameraman. I wrote it. It's a 20-minute short film about an NFT scam. We used some real life jokes in it. How do you say? If anyone is still considering about the virtual arms dealers, just saying, coming to the metaverse near you, one of us. Courtney is already scamming the White House according to this movie. Go check it out. We'll put the link below. It was a great success. I think we have a lot of people liked it so far. Very creative. You guys even used your own NFTs.
Oh yeah.
You want to talk about that collection?
Yeah, sure. That one particular NFT made by someone we know. Me and the director of the movie, we split it. That's pretty much it.
That's good to know. That's good to know for this week. Oh well. For this episode, the world is going to shit at this point. The Amazon's burning down. There's wildfires in California. Our ecosystem is terrible. But you know what ecosystem is doing great out there? Terra. Terra is a fucking great ecosystem, especially coming out in the new Web3 universe.
Going pretty crazy right now.
Yeah.
I think it passed Binance. Binance Smart Chain. That's actually big. That's big news right there.
Yeah?
Yeah. I want to double check. But yeah, Terra.
No, well, for everybody watching, like, what is Terra? Terra is like a blockchain.
Yeah, it's another blockchain, like Ethereum, like Ripple.
Yeah, it's its own. It has a great ecosystem. It's one of the next generation ecosystems. There's like multiple things you can do on it. You can gamble. There's high APYs. Like there's
high APY savings accounts.
Yeah.
There's all the typical stuff you'll see in Ethereum. You'll see there now. They got like AMMs. They got DEXs.
It came out in 2018 by the two creators of Daniel Shin and Do Kwon. They're both co-creators. Daniel Shin actually left the company. But he still works. He still uses this thing called Chai.
Oh, okay.
And he's running the whole thing. Yeah, he's running that whole organization now, and he uses it's like a Korean like PayPal service. Yeah. But they're using that.
That's really good though.
They're using that to build with Terra to make a higher population of like people.
Yeah, exactly. Like
and also it's great. It's a great banking system. They've been using Anchor as well. Anchor's crazy. Like. But after learning about it, like I gotta say, I put my money there. They're like, fuck my savings. Like,
see, April 21st last year, I was with Dave Guy, a few other people. I put $100 into. I'm like, oh, Terra. Okay, might as well try it. I'll put $100 into it, see how it'll go. And I put in $100. I think I put half and half into Luna. And then UST, and then I think what I did after, I forgot what I did. I did a few things. I was testing out Anchor, so I put some UST there for the APY. Then I think I bonded Luna to borrow UST off of that, and then I think I made a liquidity pool position and staked that.
We should explain what currency runs on Terra, because like Luna is one of the coins.
Like we could.
Luna is the main coin that runs on Terra. It's also connected to a stable coin, UST, which is like the American equivalent to the
stabilized UST.
Yeah, it's the same thing as like the US dollar. What this whole system does is that you can always have equal amounts. Like it's basically like setting like a liquidity pool type of thing.
Almost.
What, like when you buy one, other one, like if one currency goes up, the other one gets burned, so it equals out.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah. Pretty much.
Usually the method of like when buying all this stuff is usually buy, hold, sell. This one is buy, burn, exchange.
To help maintain the pattern. But you should probably buy and hold Luna. Pretty much most blockchain network tokens, you should just buy that token, hold it, because the more people get into the ecosystem, they'll need to buy it at some point to either pay for gas or for Terra, gas is in UST, which is kind of funny. It's not actually Luna.
Yeah,
but Luna helps maintain UST, so like it's
essential. They come back and like help each other out. They basically just like hold each other equal to. It's like, a 50-50 relationship. We don't get those much in real life. So the way Terra works is that when you buy something on a credit card or a debit card in real life, in any exchange. The credit card companies usually take a certain percentage out of the purchase that you made, right? Like I think they're 2%. It just
depends.
It depends on the company, but 2 to 5% is usually around the
so.
Average of what regular companies take. But with Terra, they only take 0.2%, which is only like, as you said, 25 cents.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what percentage.
We're not.
Every transactions I've made, it's been 25 cents, and the network's been really stable. So I think transactions.
Yeah, it's doing a lot better than some of the other ones that have been trying, like Titan and I forgot the other one. What was Ironwork?
Oh no!
Those were Ponzi schemes.
Well, yeah, but they weren't networks. They were just.
But this is it's sort of what Terra was doing. But like these guys, no, okay, listen to me. But like they were producing a lot more money than they didn't have.
It was essentially a bank that was printing dollars, and you would buy Titan. Well, yeah. Like okay, I get what you mean now. But it's funny. Yeah. I get what you mean now. But yeah, they were printing dollars, and see, it wasn't actually a Ponzi scheme. What happened with Titan? I'm pretty sure it like depegged for some reason. Like I think there was like a glitch, and because of the glitch, the price wasn't what it was supposed to be. So people used the mechanism of like burning or whatever, and literally like drove the shit into the ground to make money, and like it was pretty much like unrecoverable for a bit.
You think they said that was just a bad setup?
Well, probably. Like I don't know the full details, but. For example, we'll get back to it later, but I think like things like White Whale on Terra would like help prevent that type of thing happening with UST.
What you want to explain what White Whale is? Because White Whale, usually whales of like the financial market are like the evil villains, and you know what we've been saying. It is our evil villain era. We're sitting here in a fucking apartment, New York City. But you want to explain what White Whale is, like on the crypto side?
Well,
because it is good in this case. We are good people now.
So pretty much, as I explained with the whole Iron Bank thing, because I forgot what their USD stablecoin was, but whatever their UST was, that was supposed to be $1, and I think there was some type of price glitch or something that made it less than $1. So just like Terra has the mechanism for you to burn Luna in order to like bring UST back up to its correct price, there's a similar mechanism in Iron Bank, and because of the glitch, it kind of allowed people to like use the mechanism, and I don't remember the full details, but it ended up killing the fucking currency, and I think it's back now. Yeah, it was a pretty big hit for the protocol in general.
I'm still reading on like the white paper on like all about it, but so far like I've been reading it. It comes off really strong. The first like couple sentences, it's like we are evil. But then, like, it explains that it's really not. It's it's all for capital gain.
I forgot to explain the White Whale part. So White Whale, what it does, it uses the ohm mechanics to get a bunch of people, like, putting money into it. When I say ohm mechanics, I mean their system of, like, their APY setup. What they do is they'll have, like, a pretty high APY. Like, it'll be, like, 5,000. There's some out there, like, with 200,000, 1,000,000%, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, if people aren't putting money into it regularly and it's not getting more treasury money, the systems kind of just end up failing. So it makes sense for it to be like a reasonable APY. White Whale, I need to check what the number is because it launched pretty recently, so I don't know what the number is. It probably changed by now. But it pretty much uses that mechanic to just gather up a lot of money because people like the high APY. They see, oh, I'm going to make 7,000%.
It's at least 20% APY because it's a match with Anchor.
It's way higher.
Really?
Yeah, because it's how the mechanic works. Like the whole... Like when I say own mechanics, I just mean like it's pretty much like the method of having a really high APY in order to just get the assets, and when you stake it, you get those rewards on a regular basis. Like I think it's like 3 times per day they'll give you rewards, and then people usually either sell it or keep it. Like I keep it, I restake, blah blah blah. But they pretty much use that mechanism to get a bunch of like UST and Luna and such. And they themselves will do the arbitrage of like burning Luna to like bring up UST. So it's the general community like maintaining the price, and then a bunch of people in White Whale also doing the same thing, but like automated in a crypto protocol that also gives them even more rewards. Mm-hmm. So UST just becomes even stronger and more safe from like going away from the dollar because there's just the regular people doing it manually through whatever Terra's UI is, and then there's the White Whale people just having
Terra
it done
UI
automatically.
It's on the blockchain incentive. I'm pretty sure it's on that one.
I didn't saw Terra Station, but I don't know like I haven't actually gone to burn any Luna ever.
Really?
Haven't done any arbitrage. No.
I think we were talking about this last night too. About like you thought you had Luna earlier.
Well, I did. I had 10. It's just that I don't know exactly what happened, but I made 2.3x on my investment. I put in $100.
Listen to that.
Got 230 now, and it was April 21st, so now it's December 21st.
As of this recording.
April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 8 months. 8 months to double plus a little bit my money. Like that's pretty good.
Yeah. It's also scary, like this, Terra's also been under investigation, like XRP and all this other stuff.
It's just Mirror Protocol.
Yeah, Mirror Protocol is the one under the SEC right now. I think DAO is still working, he went against them and he got summoned. Right? That's going on right as of right now.
Well, like, I don't think he got summoned. I think, I think the SEC is like, oh, we want to take you to court. But they're like, we're a South Korean company, like,
yeah, that's what he's arguing
United States
with.
People can't just be like, hey, yo, you're taking me to, I'm over here, like, you don't have jurisdiction here, and they're trying to be like, nah, you're violating securities law, blah blah blah, like, you're not supposed to be doing that, you can't have U.S. stocks on your crypto, blah blah blah, and I think that's just,
It's ridiculous. That's why, like, the other guy who is working on Chai is doing great. Bringing masses to this fucking thing. What's also cool is that they're also adding. You know how we were talking about in one of the episodes about gaming. Making money off this. We can do online gambling, and one of the projects that's coming out is Fantasy. What I have it here, Fantasy Investar, and that is going to be the change of like the world. Like fantasy teams, like there's no more. It looks like bookies are just going to be a solid thing because what you can do with what the whole project is talking about. Making NFT tokens for each athlete and you can do it for fantasy sports teams. So depending on the teams like doing in the game, your stocks will go up, and if they're doing terrible, they'll go down. Which will actually like make people not like want to have like their favorite home teams. Sometimes like it's just because they're a home team and they lose all the time. But financially, that's going to be terrible for them. For me, I think nowadays like putting it on like boxers and stuff, that would be crazy. Imagine you put some token into Jake Paul. And he just constantly keeps winning, or Canelo, like, you'd be making bank. But the minute they lose, so much money is going out the drain. That's why it makes it all unpredictable. But it's a good thing to see in the future.
We're going to teach about governance eventually. But it's really cool. He brought up Fantasy Investar, and I went to search it up, and I see it was pretty much funded by the community, essentially. I see they put up a proposal on Terra's, like, governance forum.
Yeah, it's still not out. Like, this is still, like, in theory. Like, you can read it up all about it. We'll put the link below. You can read up about it. They're trying to do at least, like, you can make bank is what this is going to be the next wave. All these bookies, like Barstool Sports, what else? Fantasy Kings, or is that it? DraftKings?
Yeah, DraftKings.
Like these guys are gonna be moving up to here. This would be crazy. Imagine investing, bro. Imagine what sports team would you play? Like if you had to invest. For me, Inter Milan. Everyone's gonna go, like, no matter what, it's just always gonna go up. And plus, like, with the money they make off these NFT tokens of each athlete, like, they can make themselves, like, it encourages people to play better in some set of way, you know, because you could technically put money on yourself if you're the athlete. You can read up on that because I know it's that you're not gonna say anything about it.
Yeah, that part I was like, I feel like the SEC would start coming after if that part happened. They'll be like, yeah, there's a conflict of interest here. Yeah, they can't be buying their own tokens. But see, something really funny about that is, well, obviously, like, they're gonna need to verify it somehow. But like let's say each person who's like a character in the fantasy investor, like, they could have a public wallet address, like Jake Paul, like, for example, if he has like JakePaul.eth, and this is on Terra, so like it'd be a whole. I wonder if they have their own like naming system in Terra. Never even thought about it.
Yeah, I forgot to look into that.
Yeah, like, hypothetically, let's say he has a public address, like, he could be like, well, they could just pretty much like blacklist him from being able to buy his own token. And that's something they could try to like enforce.
Yeah, that's. I can't imagine having a bunch of investors just on me. They'd be winning some money some weeks and then be doing some.
No, but see, there's a lot of actually, like, I don't even know. It's a really good topic to bring up. Like, social tokens are pretty cool. Like, tokens that are based on like individual people, like, pretty much as he was saying, like the fantasy teams, yada yada. You're making money from their performance in their fantasy leagues, etc. But that applies to other things too. Like, there's some like graphic designers and like developers and such in crypto that they have a token and they go, oh, I have these 4 or 5 projects I'm going to be working on in the future. If you buy this token, you get 15% of my money from doing these future projects. And it's literally like you can invest in the person and the work that they're doing. And it could cause like a pretty cool ecosystem where like you could be like, oh, I want to work as a graphic designer, but like I kind of want to have like the salary of a developer. And you could like invest in like 3 different developer social tokens, and you could just be getting money from like
them doing work.
Exactly. And like it's gonna be interesting when like there's portfolios of just like, yeah, so I believe in this ecosystem, this ecosystem, this ecosystem. Here are my 4 people who I know do a lot of good development work, blah, blah, blah. And you can just have like a little portfolio that's just, I don't know. It's just beautiful to me. It's kind of crazy. Mm. If you really have faith in your sports people, like, and they do good, you're making money, it's like...
Yeah, but imagine somebody, like the MVP of the team gets an injury, you're screwed. You're down in stocks for a while for that one. You have to at that point, like the minute he gets injured, you have to get notice and sell out.
Yeah, but knowing it's crypto, people would have insurance. Like someone would probably build an insurance platform to go with Fantasy Investor, and it'd be like
no, it would be connected to Anchor, which would also like you'll be saving.
Someone would need to bring that up in Anchor governance, but like
it's in the document. Link it below.
I thought you said it's already a thing. I was like, shit,
no, this ain't a thing. This isn't.
That really got me. I'm like, they're that far partnering with Anchor, but I could kind of see it being on the governance forums. It's kind of cool. Just like I explained that we could invest in like decentralized portfolios of different people and their careers. It's also connected to a bunch of different crypto networks, so you can make a bunch of money in Terra and move it over to things like Polygon, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and they're also part of this group called IBC, which is something started by another blockchain ecosystem called Cosmos. And their goal is to pretty much connect a bunch of... They're pretty far from the Ethereum ecosystem, like Terra. Like, obviously, like, if you're really into Ethereum, you might not have heard of Terra before. Luna's been doing really good price-wise recently, so, like, you probably heard of it by now. I think it flipped Binance, I'm pretty sure, as I said earlier. So, like, most people should know about it by now. Because of its connection to the Cosmos ecosystem and the other blockchains there, and the fact that it already has connections to, like, Polygon, Ethereum, and whatever, you can really just make money in the network, move it wherever you want, and you have all the benefits of all the other networks too. Yep. Like the whole like interconnectivity of the networks now is getting pretty cool because you can make money in one protocol, move it over to Terra, do some things that you want to do, spend only a quarter in fees, maybe even less, and then move it back out. And just the flow of money between those IBC networks and then like all those Ethereum based networks, it's just, I don't know, crazy type synergy.
Yeah. Have you heard about Armada?
I did, and I actually wrote a note to look it up October 27th. I had a note in my phone, October 27th, we're looking up Armada, haven't looked it up.
Well,
it's probably out by, bet people made bank. I had notes in my phone to buy it. Look it up.
I think it's still in I think when I looked it up, it's still in prototype. Don't quote me. Don't quote me.
Always look at things even if they're in beta. NBA Top Shot, I looked at that shit when it was in alpha, you couldn't buy. I looked at it when it was in beta. You could buy, but I assumed you couldn't buy.
Wasted his time.
He said it's a prototype or it's early stages. Still check even if it's in early stages because you don't know when the product's out. Like make sure you know when the product comes out so you can buy it. Because you'll think, oh yeah, it's still an alpha. You can't buy it yet, and then boom, 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 a whole 100, 200, 300x just passes you.
I'm down. I'm still waiting on my free 8,000 one day. Then I'll just wake up.
It'll happen.
It'll happen, yeah. Like especially with like anything in the market. I'm trying to get into finding an NFT collection for once, like a painting one, like maybe like a group of, like the rock collection. I want to see how that's still going.
The Fidenzas?
I think it's the fucking we can fuck. Yeah.
Was it the OG crystals or the Fidenzas? You mean ether rocks?
Yeah, the
actual
rock.
rock.
Yeah.
I think those are still doing fine.
Yeah, man, we need something. I want to get on a yacht. All these.
Yeah, see. I think kind of a tangent, but Bitwise, you can't even buy this. You're not an accredited investor, so I don't even know if I should bring it up or not. But Bitwise, they just made like a NFT ETF. And it's literally like just the top 10 NFT platforms. I don't know how they collateralize it, like if they actually have holdings of the NFTs there or whatever. But they have it like pretty much split up between, I think, CryptoPunks. It's CryptoPunks, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Mutant Ape Yacht Club, Cool Cats, Fidenzas. I forgot the most popular thing on Art Blocks, but it's Chromatic Squiggles.
That's the name of it? Chromatic. Am I like? Did I not see you to that?
It's one of the biggest NFT projects, like, not even lying to you. I think Art Blocks, it's like a platform where it's like you just make NFTs. I forgot the whole niche. I think it's supposed to be like art that's like generated by code instead of like made by people. But obviously people are like writing the code, obviously. But I think the most popular project on there is Chromatic Squiggles. But yeah, that ETF, I don't know, whatever rich person with over $100,000 being credit investor want to buy just broad NFT exposure, they could just buy that ETF, and I'm pretty sure it's going to end up a pretty good situation. This is why I'm saying to everybody, like, oh, if you want to get into NFTs, I would try to like wait/plan for when like there's an NFT bear market. And just try to get one of the top projects. Like,
yeah, bro.
Like
investing is like a big risk, so you got to know exactly when to go in.
Yeah. Like, you gotta have targets, definitely. For like when, like, yeah.
No,
it makes sense.
Time to invest.
Now is not a good time to invest.
No, it's not a good time.
I think it's fine.
Well,
Because it's going sideways right now. So like, I feel like it's building a lot of price pressure right here. And I don't think it can go down really from here. Like, I think it'll dip down towards 46, 45 once in a while, but I don't think like it won't end. Like, the market won't end from here.
No,
there's too much like there's too much shit going on and too much real shit going on that and inflation too. It literally almost can't happen. Like, it's probably gonna go in until like the summer, maybe fall, and the prices should go a lot higher from here. So
yeah,
I think
it's gradually gonna go up. Like, I never said it's gonna crash, but I think like right now is like. It's too volatile because some days it's like it's shooting right back up and then coming right back down. So it's like you gotta.
But it's not that, because if you think about it, like, let's say you want to invest like $1,000, just invest it over a week or something, and then you get the ups and the downs. And if it stays down more than it stays up, like you realize that like it goes like it's usually down for longer than it's up. Like, when it's up, it's usually up for a short while, and then people are selling and it comes back down. But like, if you just buy like on a regular basis, like, you're usually going to catch the lower prices, and then when it's up, you can sell. Yeah. So like, it would kind of make sense to like split up your money. Like, if you're investing 1,000, you can do like 100 per day, and then chances are like 7 of those days the prices are going to be bad. 3 of those days the prices are going to be good. Your average buy-in price is going to be like kind of in the middle, but like on the low side of the middle. And then when it eventually goes up, you could sell like, and I don't know, taking profit strategies, there's a bunch of them. Like, you could sell like only your profit. You could sell like, what you put in. Like, obviously you're gonna need like do the math to figure out like how much you put in over the 10 days. It's a good time to put in, but it's kind of like the strategy of how you're putting in. Like, because as he said, it is volatile. Like, you're not gonna miss out on too much if you buy it at 46K versus 49K. Like, you are missing like a little bit of price action, but it's not too crazy. So Mirror Protocol,
under the SEC, Terra, it's copying stocks.
Yeah, pretty much. So because the whole basis of Terra's ecosystem is UST. Like I should have talked about like how stablecoins maintain themselves. So obviously we said you need to burn Luna for UST to go up in price. That would imply that like
Luna is like a deflation mechanism sort of like coin.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah.
In this case, yeah, it is kind of both because depending on which, if the UST goes up, Luna goes down, and then if Luna goes up, UST goes up.
Well, not necessarily.
Well, that's how they equal out.
Well, not like it's half and half because you burn Luna to bring UST up.
Yeah.
But like Luna will go up and down in price by itself. Like UST doesn't balance out Luna, but Luna balance out UST. The thing is, it's like if UST for some reason goes too high in price, then there's a mechanism that affects Luna. But it's not supposed to help Luna. It's UST that's being helped the entire time. Yeah. Like it's only for UST to like maintain price. So if it goes below,
UST is the stable coin in this situation.
So like it's Luna maintaining UST, and Luna could go up or down. It kind of doesn't matter to UST, but like for UST, like Luna will always like move in price to make sure UST stays $1.
As for Mirror,
so
it's under an investigation for copying stocks, which is probably like it's not really. It's basically virtual, like you're owning virtual companies at that point, because you can buy like one of the things on Mirror is like virtual Apple. You can buy.
Yeah, you can buy Apple. Like they just have a select stocks. Like there's QQQ, I know that for sure. There's a few ETFs, like I just said, QQQ. There's Amazon. It's pretty much like the FANG stocks. Like I'm pretty sure Facebook's on there too.
Yeah, it's basically just like everyday things, like just virtually a stock. Like it's a virtual stock of anything that's existing.
It makes it convenient because when you think of it, when you buy when you buy stocks through like different platforms, like they have their own fees. It's not 24/7. Like there's some inherent benefits. Like you get stocks with the benefits of crypto. There is one drawback to the thing though. Since it's not technically you owning the stock, it's only you owning the price action of the stock. So if there's like dividends, like you're not getting the dividends. So like let's say Apple has like a 4% dividend or whatever, like you won't get the dividend because it's only copying the price of Apple. But still, if you're investing in good companies and they go up, you now have a way of like trading the stocks super easily with low fees. And like your money's in the same place. Like you don't gotta move it outside of crypto to get stock exposure. You can keep all your money in crypto, have exposure to the dollar, have exposure to everything on Ethereum, and have exposure to stocks all at the same time.
Yeah, what's crazy about it too is I feel like this is just too good. This is too good of a deal that the SEC is just trying to come after them for anything. Like,
I have a theory. Gary Gensler is low key like a double agent. Like he's gonna come at us.
Should we say this? Look into that camera so we can put this on social media. Gary Gensler,
I
fuck
think
you. Wait,
Gary, half and half. So Gary Gensler, he taught blockchain at MIT. Fucking, big boy professor.
What a
of
smart
crypto.
man teaching the youngins.
And he's the head of the SEC now, so it's like, so he at least he did one thing on Twitter that kind of, he said something that didn't make sense, and I'm like, you taught blockchain at a very reputable fucking university in the United States. You can't.
Well, what did he do on Twitter? Like
he said something. He made like a really fundamental crypto mistake because like there's a lot of things in crypto that like it doesn't click till it clicks. But like it's like there's some things like are immediately wrong if someone says it. Like if someone goes like oh somebody hacked the Bitcoin network yesterday and like that validator like I don't even know what to say. Like you can't really hack the Bitcoin network. It's kind of just like a bunch of computers running the same code. And like, I don't know, if one thing is out of order, all the rest of the ones are like, hey, this guy's not in order. We're not taking this transaction. You can't actually hack like Bitcoin network itself, but you can hack individual people. Like I could be like, hey, yo, David, what's your fucking seed phrase? Give me those 12 words. Or I could like look through his house for the 12 words and I could read his account and log into his
1,000 likes and we'll release our seed phrases.
But back to Gary Gensler essentially. Like he just said some stupid thing that didn't make sense, and I'm like, I hope that was a mistake because
we forgive you, Gary, over here at More Questions Problems Podcast.
I hope that was just a slip of the tongue.
We don't actually mean fuck you, Gary. We mean love you, Gary.
Half. It depends if you're a double agent or not. But back to the theory. I'm pretty sure, like he's just taking all these things to court early, and like they're happening to win in court all the time. And it's low key kind of sus to me.
A lot of things in crypto are winning in court. Like I feel like everything at this point,
I feel like
it's just the government trying to really find some legal way to get into this.
I think he's like not losing in court on purpose, but I think he's coming at them and losing so that like in the future you can't go back on U.S. court cases. Like of course some of them get overruled, but like usually if like the court says something once, in the future they'll look to the previous court case to be like, okay, this is the rules of how it works because this is how it always works because that's how humans think. So I think like he's setting up a good foundation for different types of crypto projects to like win essentially because they're winning in court. Like, they kind of have, like, a little bit of diplomatic immunity built in. And, like, at first I'm like, how come he's coming at all my boys? How come he knows crypto, but he's not on the side of the good? And I'm like, maybe he's secretly. Like maybe he's I don't know, double agent.
Yeah.
Mirror Protocol, UST stays $1, right?
Always.
So, how do we have stocks on crypto?
How do we have stocks on crypto?
They pretty much go, you take the price of the stock, you fucking double it.
Yeah.
And that's how much UST you need for the stock to exist. So the stock isn't even really the stock. It's literally just double the price of the stock being used to have the stock exist in crypto. And then pretty much it's pretty much another liquidity pool thing. Like it's you having enough money relative to the price of the stock so that like it stays stable.
Yeah.
And anyone who buys your token, because like you'll mint it, like you mint the stock, like you use your UST. Like let's say Apple's $100, you put in $200, and then you mint one of the tokens. And then you could sell it for $200, but your collateral is locked there essentially. And like, that's how they come into existence. Now, other people can trade it. You could, of course, like put it in a liquidity pool and like make the trading fees, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. But that's pretty much how the stocks like keep their price and like stay chill and everything. And then all the other benefits I mentioned before.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, Terra's going to take over. Terra is one of these fucking big like blockchains that's going to take over. It's going to be better than like... Probably better than Ripple, but still Ripple's pretty good. Like
I was gonna be like, well, see, Ripple's mostly a payment network. It doesn't have all those crazy shits. I know they have NFTs now, so that's something. And I don't know what's good with Flare Network. It seems like they're trying to expand the capabilities of Ripple a shit ton using Flare Network, but I don't know too much about it, so I won't say too much.
I haven't read too much about. There is a couple NFTs projects on Terra right now.
Yeah, but it's spreading everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't read that much up on it, but I should. We'll put a white page link to the NFTs. I'm pretty sure Amada is one actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I have no clue. But see, whatever it is, it's probably a good investment.
Yeah. Okay, so this I think we got Terra.
Yeah.
We explained Terra pretty much.
Pretty good.
Terra, betting, gambling, changing the world. NFTs. This is gonna be the best
stocks,
saving accounts you got. Take your money out of your savings.
APY.
Take your money out of your savings account. Put it in Anchor. We're not financial advisors. We're just people with opinions.
But he made up a real good point. If you live in the United States, they said inflation 6.8%, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a CD, CDs, their rates are like 1,
You're
2,
losing money
3,
with CDs,
4, 5.
baby.
You're losing money. If you're making any less than 5% on anything that's US dollar this year, you lost 6.8%. So it's like, if your savings account is giving you 0.5% and the dollar is going down in value 6%, you just lost money. And you could have had it instead in Anchor and be making 20%, and now you losing that 6% due to inflation, you still have more dollars, so you end up winning.
Exactly.
So you have 15% more dollars than you had before. Well, you technically have 20% more dollars than you had before, but since the value of dollars went down 6%, you effectively have 15% more dollars. And that, I don't know, it just makes sense to me. Like, once you stop, like, caring about all those weird issues and whatever, like, if you do the math, some things just make sense.
Yeah, man. I think that's a good note to end on everything.
Yeah.
That's a great quote. If you do the math, everything will just make sense. Albert Einstein said that. You know that?
I had no clue.
I don't know either. Anyway, make sure to donate and appreciate. You don't have to, but click the triangle above on your Brave browser. Give us a tip or something. Thank you for listening to our content as always. You know, we always come here to teach the kids and whatever age is watching at this point.
Gotta have the world on this shit.
Like and subscribe. Make sure to follow us on Spotify. Get our monthly listeners up. I have no idea how this is all pre-recorded. This is our probably last pre-recording before we get back to the real.
January 1st.
Yeah, January 1st. First episode's coming out. We're saying this is legit now.
Yeah.
Make sure to watch our first episode if you haven't already. Corey, you got anything to say to the people?
Shit's only gonna get better from here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
More
Get your
points,
money up.
more
Get your
power.
funny up. Get your life up. Get another horse. And we'll see you next week.
Become a white whale.
Yeah. We're done.